Hello, good morning everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I've got this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading. It's very simple. Pick a number now, 1 to 5, and I'll do a psychic tarot interpretation for you. You can have more than one number if you would like. You could have 5 numbers, which will give you a lot to think about. Let's go to the board now and see what comes up. And the first one we're doing is number 1, card number 1. By the way, today the moon is full in Aquarius. There's also Uranus squaring the full moon and the sun. So it could be quite a volatile time for the next couple of days and the past couple of days as well. So it's not a good time to, take risks. I would ask everyone to be cautious. And even if you don't do anything, you might just hear, surprising, shocking is probably too strong a word, but surprising things that are happening, and because it's a square, on the upside, on the positive side, because it's a square, it is workable. You could ultimately come out with some sort of successful resolution, but it will take some thought and effort on your part. Okay, so that's just a heads up. I have written an article about the full moon in Aquarius. I'll leave the link here on the post and you can check it out, what it means for your star sign, because it's got different meanings for different star signs, obviously. Okay, so we're doing number 1 now. Number 1, there's a candle here that's planted in the earth that I can see, and this is like your hopes and dreams, but it's more than hopes and dreams because it is in the earth. So there's a good possibility this could actually physically manifest. We can all have hopes and dreams that you're going to be the President of the United States, for example. It's never going to happen, especially if you're not American. If you weren't born in America, you've got 0 chance. However, because I see this candle in the earth, that means that it is able to be manifested. The card that comes out for number 1 is the Tower card. Sometimes we have to let go of an old idea in order to manifest something, okay? So it might be you're on the general track, but you need to fine-tune your hopes and dreams about what you want, because something is coming crashing down to earth, and it's because it's built on shifting sands. It's not built on solid rock. And up here, the eye in the sky is like your intuition. So if you look within, you'll know, because there'll be something in you telling you that this idea that you have, this concept you've built up in your mind, it's not working. Okay, so it's going to come crashing down to earth. This is a major arcana card, so it's, the process could take some months, but this week there's something around it. Very soon there's something major around this collapse of this idea you've got in your head. So you might have to refine something that you thought that was going to happen. It's not going to happen the way you thought it was. Okay, so that's the Tower card. And I do often associate that card with Uranus, which is exactly what I just talked about a moment ago. Okay, so it can be upsetting when you first come to the realization that you've got to change your mind about something, and it could be something major too, or even something minor. All right, number two, what do I see for you? It's like a frisbee shape or a flying saucer, and it's hit a tree and it's sticking out of the tree. So like a small flying saucer has hit this tree. This could be you or your family, because a family tree, you see. And flying saucer, of course, it's like alien energies that are coming in to you or your family. And I would say just be a bit cautious if if you're listening to people, taking on board what people say. You could be impacted by it, but they just realise these are foreign energies. These are not your own energies. So you're always better to look within and find the truth within yourself rather than listening to other people, me included. Okay, so the card that comes up is the Two of Swords, okay, a sort of minor arcana, everyday type of decision that you have to make. And you'll see the Two Swords here. You have to cut down right to the core of the issue and cut some stuff out, limit some ideas and come to your own idea. Just be aware that, see these reflections in the background? These are previous decisions that you've made, and your history and the past and all of that experience. You are impacted by that experience. In one way, every day that we wake up is a fresh and new day, and you are perfectly capable of making a fresh and new decision. However, we should not automatically say, well, I've got all this baggage from the past, so I'll just ignore it. I'm not suggesting that. I'm suggesting that you pay attention and just be aware and acknowledge that, yeah, this is my history and that's why I'm making this current decision now, because I'm being impacted by my own history, okay, my own experience. That's number 2. So some decisions to be made, but probably, only small decisions. And, you don't have to have blind faith in those decisions. Think about the decisions that you make and have some sort of logic and intuition there. You don't have to listen to other people, okay? Number 3, what do I see for you? I see a large bronzy sort of coloured screw. You could take this 2 ways, so it depends on what card comes out here. But screwing into something, you could be rectifying or fixing a situation, or alternatively, you could be getting screwed over as well. It could also be interpreted that way. I tend to think it's about resolving an issue, but let's see what the cards have to say about that. That one's sticking its head out rather far. Temperance is saying balance in all things, okay? Don't go overboard. So whether it is getting screwed over or manipulated by someone, or whether it is you resolving a situation, take the middle path, okay? No point in going to extremes. There's so many extremes today. It's a bit crazy, isn't it? And that makes meditation and going down within yourself even more important. So I guess it's sort of like a red flag or a warning if you find you're going to an extreme in a situation. It's not quite right, is it? So the Temperance card is calling you towards balance, moderation, patience, and generally not rushing into things. It's basically saying be contemplative, have some self-reflection to gain clarity, and patience will win out. You'll understand in the end, okay? Major arcana, if you adopt a patient approach, this will change your life, okay? You don't have to be impulsive about anything. Number 4, what do I see for you? What is this? It's War of the Worlds, the aliens coming. I see the tripods in the movie. Again, oh, I've got goosebumps now. I don't know if you can see those, but all my hair standing on end. Again, it's about alien energies. It's not about actual aliens coming here and abducting people. This is alien energies, listening to other people and taking on board their energy rather than your own energy, okay? You are a sovereign and immortal being in your own right. You actually don't need to listen to anybody on YouTube, me included. But it is good to, have a confirmation now and again. It's like having a psychic reading, having a confirmation now and again that you're on the right track. But ultimately, the buck stops with you, and it's your decision what you do. The card that comes up is the Knight of Pentacles. We had a lot of Pentacles energy on Facebook earlier today, and so money must be, quite a consideration for people at the moment. So this is usually a sort of younger, more immature energy, the Knight of Pentacles. It could be somebody you know, or it could be within you, but it's someone like late teens, early 20s, a masculine kind of force. And it's like a positive kind of energy for going out and exploring the world generally, but you really don't have all of the information yet, which I guess is where the alien energies come in. It's very important that you only associate with people who are on similar page to you, and also who are living some sort of healthy lifestyle, because otherwise they drag you back down just being in their energy. You'll take on, there's a thing in statistics called regression towards the mean. Unfortunately, I had to study statistics 3 times, even though I don't even like it, but I do remember that. And basically, if you're getting somewhere, your energy is going ahead, and it doesn't matter what the topic is that you're studying, what the population is, but if you're above the average, there is a tendency to be pulled down, to have your energy or whatever the topic is you're studying to be pulled down and regress towards the mean. And that's basically sums up, if you associate with people that are not very evolved, they're going to drag you down. Now, if you're associating with very evolved people, they're going to pull you up, okay? So it's very important that you associate with the right people, and also that you watch things on YouTube that are soul lifting, not soul declining, so to speak. So this is like somebody who's young, who doesn't have that much experience, who may not realize these things, and that could be you, or that could be someone like a son or someone young near you who's got so much potential ahead of them, and often when we are young we have to learn the hard way too, but a lot of strength of potential here. Okay, number 5 is alive. What do I see? The door opening up in front of me. It's a bit dark inside this stairwell that I'm walking into. There are stairs here, so this is action steps, taking action steps. Because it's dark, I don't know where it's going to go. The only way you're going to find out is to actually take those action steps and see where it leads. There's some hesitancy here because you don't know what you're getting into. So there's some decisions to be made about how far you want to go before you get the insight and awareness of what you need to do. But if you look at it, the insight and awareness of your mind will actually cast a light onto your situation. So I'd be having a crack and just being cautious. And at the moment, as I mentioned before, with the full moon in Aquarius and Uranus squaring the sun and the full moon, it's probably not the best time to do too much for the next couple of days. But after that, I'll be having a crack and just seeing where it goes. The card that comes up is the Fool. It's basically saying that have a crack, move forward. You might end up in the drink, in the water, but even if you end up in the water, you can dive down deep and find some, sunken treasure or something like that. So you can still get a silver lining. Or you can, sprout wings and fly like an angel. It might really take off. So we don't know what the end result is, but we just know that the energy is for moving forward and taking a bit of a risk, a calculated risk. There will be probably people around you, friends or family or partners, they're trying to hold you back because they don't want you to change. If you change, they've got to do a whole lot of work around, adapting their thinking to your changes. So that's going to take a lot of energy to do that. So they don't want you to change. However, for your own personal growth, you need to give it a try and take some action steps, okay? It's a major arcana card. It could change your life, and it could be for some considerable time, like even the rest of your life. It's not just about this week. It's more than that. Okay, so interestingly, we have the Tower, Temperance, and the Fool card, 3 major arcana, which is It's a fairly important week for many people this week with three majors. We've also got the swords and the pentacles. And Facebook, there was a very big theme of money, but not so much for here on YouTube. But yes, it is a sub-theme, along with making decisions and thinking, and being a bit practical and down to earth. But I'm led to point this out. This number 3 card, Temperance, in the middle of everything that's going on. Maintain a balanced position, or your pose, the whole energy around you. Try and maintain it in a very stable, careful way this week. Okay, so that's it. I hope this is suitable. I'll leave a link in the description. I've just written a big article about the full moon in Aquarius and what it means for your star sign. So they're really horoscopes attached to it. Have a look at that, and I'll put the link in the description. Okay, have a great week, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.